Hello and welcome back to Minecrack, everyone. Today begins with a small confession on my part. I have bent the rules of space and time. And the last episode heralding my triumphant return was actually all filmed after this one. The reason for that was I decided at one point I wanted to devote an entire episode to return back to Minecraft, and the point I decided this was after this project was already done. A simple explanation. But that doesn't make this episode any less important. And what is the purpose behind today's video? One word: sand. Yes, sand. I need lots of it. Lots. Now you might wonder why I would need lots of sand, and to that I shall simply respond, don't worry about it. Secrets. And reasons. And secrets. But with that need for sand does come one very obvious solution. Siphon, why don't you just go out to the desert with a shovel and dig up some sand? Well, number one, that's Lord Siphon. Thank you very much. And two, now I hear you. I do hear you. I very much could go out to my mining desert and get all the sand I need, but, and bear with me here, but, what if duplicated it instead? Now I can already hear the die-hard vanilla community just cursing my name and accusing me of cheating, to which I respond, I honestly don't necessarily disagree with you. I really don't. The idea of duplicating blocks that weren't there before teeters a very fine moral line, even for me. To which I have two answers for why I decided to do this. Number one, really, aren't all the automatic farms in Minecraft a form of cheating? Was it really Mojang's intent that I could put a zombie on a minecart in front of some villagers and summon iron golems to fiery death for iron? Was it Mojang's intent that I put a bunch of magma block platforms above the roof of the nether so zombie piglins can fall to their death to give me gold? Now, the easy answer to those examples is, but, those are concepts that are at least built into the game. That's true. You're absolutely right. But technically, so is sand duping. But like I said, I did have a bit of a moral wrestling match with this concept. And you know what the second answer I have behind why I did this is? And what ultimately made my decision? So yes, mysteriously all my moral reservations miraculously disappeared looking at that. I am just done shoveling sand. So off camera what I have done is I created a set of sand duplication machines. Now how they work is fairly straightforward. The device is basically just toss a set of sand towards an open end portal. And very quickly, the device catches the sand before it actually touches it. Or does it? The delay in the machine is such that as far as Minecraft is concerned, both things actually occur at the same time. The sand both does and doesn't touch the end portal, and thus duplication. Now, part of the witchcraft behind this requires our character to be in the end for this to work. So within the same duplication chamber is another machine, known as a chunk loader. Now, while this device is on, no matter where I am or in what dimension, this chunk and anything going on within it will keep running. Now, for our purposes, this ensures that while I'm chilling in the end where the duplicated sand is going, the machine in the overworld is still running. Now, you've already seen the title. You already know this video is in two parts. So for the first part, we're just going to focus on the build that is going to collect and store all this duplicated sand we are now acquiring. And we'll meet back together afterwards before part 2. So for now, enjoy the building of the sphere. Now, what can I say? I like Star Trek. The Borg are cool. Don't judge me. So for this next part, the premise is very simple. The sand duplication machine needs one part of it that's in the end that collects sand, and a part in the overworld. But I couldn't very well just leave this as a hole in the ground hiding a machine, now could I? But before we get started, I want to acknowledge that in addition to this being a very complex build, this build is also my first attempt at terraforming land to suit the needs for a build. So admittedly, yes, this is rough. It is my first time, but I think I'm pretty proud of the end result. So yes, you're about to see the Sphinx part of this episode, but you're also going to see the island the Sphinx resides on. An island that, in large part, I built completely from scratch. And the sci-fi nerds out there might also see a certain redstone creation that resembles a certain door, portal. I hereby present to you all the Sphinx.